Now I say, the way you can tell a good chicken is in the cluck. And anyway, that's why they threw me out of the Doctors Comedy Society.
Well, they have very high standards.
They do.
And, barnyard humor is really all a Torin has, but it doesn't always translate. That's fair.
Bunch of stuck up prudes in there.
Yeah.
Well, it's the Brodeo.
Well, no, that was soulful.
Yeah, that was
That sounds
a
like
blatant ripoff of the Big Show's entrance music. Hey everyone, welcome to the Adventure Brodeo, the streaming thing we do where we definitely always remember to do the intro at the top. I am Drew Hayes, author of books such as Superpowers, Fred the Vampire Accountant, NPCs, Underqualified Advice, 5 Minute Sherlock.
uh,
What am I skipping?
yeah, there's got to be something else there.
Oh, there's definitely at least a series I skipped, that not even the
Yeah.
standalones. I write a lot. With me is Steve Wetherill, author of
The Doomsayer Journeys, Far into the Dark, Shoot the Dead, The Totally Legend of Brendan Firemaster. Yeah, go check any of those out.
Yeah, excellent choices. And we are members of the Authors and Dragons podcast. In case you are somehow viewing this without knowing that, the internet is weird, shit happens. I get it. A collection of D&D playing comedy fantasy authors who are like a real D&D game because they're bad at it.
I thought you were going to say assholes there. A collection of D&D playing assholes. That would be just as accurate.
I mean, that's just the old Mark Twain quote. Suppose you were an idiot. Now suppose you worked in Congress. But I repeat myself. Suppose you were a D&D player. Suppose you were an asshole. Also, I think that's Bevan's line, is what if you and your friends got sucked into a D&D game? What if you and your friends were assholes?
It's a good concept. It's a solid concept.
He's built many, many books off of it.
Yeah, still going.
Yeah. We are, of course, talking about Robert Bevan, a member of the Authors and Dragons podcast. We're really trying to do better about cross-promoting these things because it's amazing how many people will find us on one and then, like, for years follow us and see the plugs and then be like, wait, what do you mean there's a podcast with all these other writers who I enjoy because they're in a similar vein to you?
It's going to happen to you one day, Drew. Somebody's going to walk up to you from a convention and be like, "Oh, Drew Hayes from the Adventure Brodeo, right?"
And nothing else.
Literally nothing else. You play that cow guy on that thing, right?
I mean, based on the appeal of streaming as a general concept, that does feel possible.
Yeah,
A lot of people like the internet videos.
These kids and their internet videos.
Well, for anyone who has been following the Adventure Brodeo thus far, you might remember that we are currently on a quest to reach level 20 and gain our mounts. So the plan has been to work hard and knuckle down on the XP to make that happen. But last time we needed a break, so we went to the fair. As you do.
You want to know the real tragedy of the fair? I won a Dark Moon top hat, and it won't let me wear it outside of the fair. I didn't realize I'd won this top hat until just now, and it won't let me put it on. And I desperately want to see a cow in a top hat.
Wait, what do you mean you can't put it on? Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, it says requires Dark Moon Fair. I was only allowed to wear it at the fair.
Oh, well, the fair is currently over as we are recording this, so that could explain. Maybe you can only wear it during the fair. Hopefully, only a month to wait.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
I guess I can wait that long.
Well, today we were coming back to knuckle down and get back to work, but as luck would have it, it's a holiday, so we can't work on a holiday. That violates the Torin law of Saturday Moo. I reached for a pun expecting that I'd find one along the way, and I didn't. No. Sometimes you swing and you miss, folks.
They're not always going to be there. Sometimes you'll go to the pun pantry and find it bare.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
the
like,
thing about being a writer is people think you are, very articulate naturally. It's like I don't know, you don't see all the strikeouts.
mm,
I get to keep workshopping that until I find the Saturday cow pun.
yeah. And I think a lot of people kind of tune into these things assuming that we plan them, and is a hefty assumption.
Yeah. Yeah, planning, the most planning goes into actual authors and dragons, and even then I know to keep it limited.
Yeah, I mean, since I'm not the DM for Authors and Dragons, there's really no point in planning anything because you've got to, like, any plans you have will be immediately blown away by either Rick or Bevan or literally anyone on the podcast. So, yeah, no
Sometimes Joe will
preparation
throw
goes.
us a curveball and fail to lift an axe.
Yeah, even the people you think you can rely on might get screwed over by the dice. That's the wonderful nature of the podcast. It's basically unplannable.
That's the joy of Dungeons and Dragons.
Mm. All right, we should probably get out there and start wasting some time.
All right, let's go celebrate.
Right, I am unfamiliar with World of Warcraft equivalent holidays.
Yeah, I haven't had a ton of experience, but I found this dude over here when I was running an errand with an Holy shit, is that just a floating brain?
Oh, that's brilliant.
What the hell?
Creepy. I mean, what is it? A character?
It it's a it's a player? Wait, no, that's not right. Healing dabs the pay. Is it a pet maybe? Oh wait, no, there's the.
I mean, it doesn't have a label on it.
Boy, that sure. Huh.
Oh, there it is. Healing dabs the patient. I don't like that.
Yeah, I have. Is that related to the egg thing we're about to do?
I hope not, because I don't want to do it if it is.
What do these eggs hatch into? What do these eggs hatch into?
In World of Warcraft, the Easter egg hunts you.
Yeah, have you found the quest-giving gentleman?
There's an orc commander who just told me to do something.
Oh yeah, you have it. Okay.
Yeah.
Take the portal from Ogrimmar to Undercity in Razor. Okay. Well, I guess let's go see what this portal's about.
Hmm.
Because if folks thought we came here having done a lot of research and preparation, you did not listen to the first part of this podcast.
Yeah. I mean, I heard from somebody that there's kind of a World of Warcraft Easter equivalent holiday going on. So I assume egg shenanigans are on the table. Well, given how many rabbits I've killed for no reason in this game, this could all go horribly wrong. This could be some kind of ambush.
Yeah, I've murdered quite a few delicious. Oh, it's the elevators. God, this always confuses me. All right, ready? See, I was gonna do see your death.
It's just this ogre's wearing one of those kind of hipster drama hats. And there he goes off on his chicken.
Uh-oh.
Everyone's so much cooler than us. Just take a day off, ride the elevators.
All right, let's go find us a portal. And what the heck were we talking about?
Easter. Generally, this is some kind of World of Warcraft Easter equivalent. I've no idea what that means.
Yeah, that's a new. Is this another? Wait, we have to go higher? I guess in here maybe? Where is this portal?
Going up a lot of stairs, considering this is supposed to be the day off.
I mean, it's Easter. It always kind of sucks. Look, let's real talk this. I don't know the traditions in your particular neck of the woods, but Growing up in the South, Easter generally meant an early wake up, stiff collars, lots of pictures. Yes, the egg hunt is fun. You have to sprinkle some sugar on it to, make it palatable and qualify as a holiday. But there's a lot to dislike about Easter from a childhood perspective.
Well, in England, we get like a 4-day weekend, and generally there's kind of a eat dinner with a family thing on a Sunday sometimes, but mostly it is just about having some time off work and eating far too much chocolate. So normally, and sometimes we get a nice spring, so Easter might mean the first barbecue of the year. So I'm a fan of Easter. There's no obligations growing up in a largely atheist household.
Ah, yeah,
And,
that'll do it. There it is. Nothing against
and
people who do enjoy it. I hate ceremony. I hate getting dressed up. I detest being trapped into sitting for long periods of time. Like, Easter is a lot of things that are just not my jam smashed together.
yeah, I mean, we just we're totally even about it. Eat a load of chocolate, eat to excess, like far more chocolate than any reasonable human being should eat, and maybe go down the pub.
See, that's an Easter I can get behind.
Hmm.
I think we have to go back through here.
I don't know where we are. This looks very goth.
Yeah,
Not at all Easter-like.
Oh, you son of a bitch. I have to be level 58 to use the portal.
Oh man.
Okay, we've got this. We're gonna Hearthstone back and then take a griffin to go find the starting area and do some egging. Because I recognize one of those names on this list.
Right.
Do not destroy your Hearthstone. I don't know how you would get back.
No, I do not want to be trapped in the Temple of Doom.
Okay. Alright.
So what is the Easter dinner scenario where you are? Because Easter generally constitutes one of the few times of the year we will make a big deal out of eating lamb.
So, weirdly, I just listened to something about this on a podcast. So, yeah, apparently lamb is the traditional one for a lot of places of the world, but it is not in the U.S.
US doesn't seem very big on lamb in general.
Oh, there's some speculation it was caused due to the wool shortage of World War One or Two. I'm very much pulling together bits that I've remembered and heard, and it's theory anyway, so fuck it. But there was a wool shortage, and that of course means eating sheep is not a thing that's okay because you need them to keep producing the wool. And so, like, we had to replace it in a lot of stuff, and people just never really got the taste back. Or there's also, it's just ham is saltier and fattier, and that does often go along with you know, I like
Yeah.
I like Taco Bell. I'm not gonna pretend that I'm above the rest of my folks.
I mean, if your excuse is just ham is nice, then I can totally get behind that excuse. America doesn't owe me an explanation beyond ham is good, because ham is good.
Yeah, ham is interesting. I have a system of, I guess, evaluation. If there are adequate sides, such as mashed potatoes and gravy, a nice cornbread dressing, something like that, something to dip into or like moisten up the turkey, I'll go turkey over ham. If there is not the presence of such a dippable side, I'll take ham over turkey. Because turkey always runs dry to me. So I need that extra side dish in the mix.
Yeah, I think depending on the meat, context is everything. I used to, obviously, we're in Britain. Roast beef is a big thing. That's kind of like every Sunday dinner. Usually beef orientated. But for some reason, growing up, the not just in my house, but in everyone's house, the standard seemed to be make this beef as dry and thin as possible until it's like eating, one of those things you put in your shoe to cushion it out.
Hasselhoof, where are you going,
It's,
buddy?
oh,
Over to
sorry,
me.
I'm following the wrong guy. Got lost in my beef memories there.
Understandable.
Yeah, it was just basically the tradition was you had roast beef and it was terrible. But these days, they started cooking it properly and it's nice. Just like slightly rare, not thicker than 2 millimeters. It's good. But
Bloodhoof
yeah,
Village. Okay, I found it. All right, we're flying to Bloodhoof Village, Mulgore.
did you climb up these stairs?
No. You just take the griffin guy. That's why I was standing right next to him.
Ah, I see.
The stairs take us to the portal that we just hearthed back from.
Yeah, I don't want to go back there.
No, you'll be stuck there until your Hearthstone recharges in an hour. It would be not a great move. The peaceful serenity of just fly me. God, this thing is just completely dead behind the eyes. There's nothing there.
Right, I finally managed to do that very basic thing I should have done about 5 minutes ago.
Hey, isn't that
I'm on
the
the
premise
magical.
of the adventure Brodeo?
Yeah, everything, simple tasks made frustratingly difficult for no reason, is the byline of this internet experience. Talk about beef while failing to play a game.
That really is our move. Okay, so you wanted to know about meals down here. So it's not just the ham. So Easter is a big sort of lunchtime dinner combo thing. Like it's the 1 to 2 o'clock big meal with the family, and then you have you kind of pick at it for dinner. You do a little reheat, leftovers, etc. But I mean, it's a big event down here in Texas, this kind of area. There's mourning, there's Easter hunts, Easter egg hunts. There's generally church. There's pictures, because everybody's wearing their best, and I think the general premise of this, and credit to my mom, like this is an efficiency move. I get it. Is if I'm gonna go to all the trouble of dressing these little bastards up, like, because it's not an easy move at any point. So it's
No.
like I gotta get them Easter church nice, so I'm gonna get pictures.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
No, that makes sense.
yeah. I respect it. I understand, but it's still not a great one. And then generally, family starts coming over. There's cooking, and then gigantic lunch. People are hanging out, kind of a puttering around dinner. But it's a whole long event thing, except for this year, obviously, because we are still in 2020 as this is being recorded and broadcast. So not as much on the giant family gatherings happening.
No. Yeah, that's true. Much eatings of eggs over FaceTime.
Are eggs? Do you guys actually make a lot of eggs for your Easter
No,
ones?
not eggs. Chocolate eggs.
There actually do tend to be a pretty fair amount of deviled eggs around Easter's, just around here. Maybe it's because we're in the South and a lot of people make deviled eggs. I fucking love deviled eggs. I'm not complaining in the slightest, but it might also just be because they're already hard boiling a shit ton of eggs for hiding.
Yeah.
So it's like, at that point you might as well just make deviled eggs.
No, I mean, that makes perfect sense. If the entire Easter dinner was just entirely egg orientated, like, maybe egg mayo, deviled eggs, maybe some scrambled eggs, I can get behind that. I mean, it'd be disastrous, like, gastronomically, but...
You're gonna lay an egg in the turlet.
The aftermath would be devastating, but it'd be a fun idea for about 15 minutes.
Oh, we have... Still gotta master this camera. That's my clicking to attack. Alright, I found someone with a question mark and someone with an exclamation point. I'm gonna find out what's going on.
Do not loiter.
Just looking up at the sky. The moon and stars are out. Even though it's morning time. It's very pretty.
Salama Ashalanore.
Actually, I genuinely appreciate this World of Warcraft landscape after staying in my house for 3 weeks.
Wait, what do they want me to do? Collect 10 Noble Garden chocolates. Shell fragments. I think we're doing an egg hunt. I think that's what... Oh, yeah, this is, We're literally hunting eggs.
Nice. Wait a minute. I mean, hunting in World of Warcraft could, Are we killing eggs?
I opened one and nothing happened, but I don't know what that means. In terms of, like, overall rules.
Yeah.
We are in a fantasy world. Like, maybe at 1 in every 10 turns into a goblin.
It wouldn't surprise me.
It would not surprise me in the slightest. Hey, Hasselhoof! Alright, talk to the people and start hunting eggs with me. I guess they're just
Let's do this.
around? Oh, we open them. Okay. Alright. I'm figuring this out.
Great egg.
I got a shirt. I got a tuxedo shirt.
Oh, snazzy.
Hang on.
Oh my god, Drew, they found a way to trick you into dressing up in your Sunday best.
Look at that crispness. Those
Oh
sons
my
of
gosh.
bitches. They did.
It's so well pressed.
But I could turn back into a cat! Haha! Cats don't wear clothes! They don't
Nobody
wear
can tell.
ties, they don't go to offices, they don't have to drink themselves to sleep every night.
Nobody can put a tuxedo on a cat. It's just,
Oh,
I mean,
there's
it'd
one
be
here too.
adorable. Ooh. Gimme. Brightly colored egg.
Yeah, I guess
Nice.
we just run around and look for eggs. That's kind of been my move. Look at all the little crevices so far. I keep finding them in corners. I think that probably means that's their version of hiding. Although, not sure how many corners there are in a tent-based structure system.
Yeah, that seems like a significant flaw in the reasoning. But then I have only found 1 egg.
And there's a player who's turned into a rabbit, so I guess that's a thing that we can find.
Sorry, player. Looks like you have to die. No, it won't let me.
It won't let you murder another player for the sin of existing.
Well, they're a rabbit. He'll let me murder rabbits. To me, this just seems like some kind of class prejudice, really.
Reasonable.
That's not an egg, that's an acorn.
Yeah, some of these are hard to figure out. The coloration is not always as nice as you'd want. Is that an egg? Are you an egg? Are you an egg is...
Say nothing if you're an egg.
Oh, it released a bunch of rabbits. Okay.
Oh.
Are they gonna attack me? Is it go time, motherfuckers?
Noble garden rabbit. They don't seem interested in throwing down.
They do not, no. Ooh, egg.
I'm going to give them a choice. Oh, I can't attack them.
I was hoping one of them might be a
Nobody-
pet or something.
Nobody wants me to ruin this occasion.
It would be great if it was Link Kuko rules.
Just swarmed
You
by
smack
rabbits.
one and a billion pour out. Just, oh no!
Right, I got 2 chocolates and 2 shell fragments.
I'm on a good tear. I've been finding a few. This inn is a really good place to wrap around. They keep respawning around here.
Ooh, yeah, I see one.
Let's see. Oh my god, they are trying to make me wear full fucking clothes, you sons of bitches. No. I'm not leaving animal form. Ooh, egg.
A lot of rabbits around.
Well, I mean, after seeing a bunch spring out of ooh, egg. What are these? I can't say I'm shocked. Like, I wonder. Oh, little stealthy egg, little hidden one. All right, so while we're running around just collecting eggs willy-nilly, this is probably a good time to move on to a discussion topic.
Yes.
For those of you who
I too remembered that we do this.
For those of you who don't know, we at Authors and Dragons have a Patreon, and on that Patreon there's a Discord. And within that Discord, there's a channel specifically for folks to, talk to about the Adventure Brodeo. We're on there a lot. And we let them submit discussion topics for us to go over during the game. And that was a lot of vamping time. Hopefully one of us found something while I was doing all that. All right, here's our first one. It's from Dread. I don't. There's like 3 vowels in that. I'm doing my best. It's an internet name. So, the question was, if you had to pick a new art form to learn during quarantine, which one would you pick? Yes, art form is intentionally vague. Yeah, that one.
I guess.
That's a tough one.
The art of killing.
Some
kind of deadly martial art.
So, interestingly, I would say probably drawing or like something artistic, because I have always wanted to. I don't have much natural hand control or dexterity, and so like even my attempts at Scribble Scrabble are very, very bad. And I understand that no such thing as talent, everything is effort, etc., etc. But a low amount of natural dexterity means my signatures look shitty, to say nothing of my artwork. So it represents a tremendous amount of work to get better. And I just never end up like willing to do it. Like I've messed around a few times, but never really gotten anything with it. The thing I do and have gotten a little better at is I've focused a lot on learning things, like getting better at making. Okay, there's a rabbit right there. That's what was fucking with me. Like I've learned more about editing softwares. I've learned more about audio softwares. So I've done better with Photoshop. So I guess my art form is digital manipulation. I mean, because it does count. Like graphic artists is a thing, absolutely.
Yeah, that's true.
And I mean, editing. We recognize that editing is part of the art form, right? Everybody, right?
Absolutely.
The million editors and video editors out there nodding along, whispering, "Fuck you, finally."
Well, yeah, I mean, I did film study and production, and editing was my favorite part. I love editing. It's great. In fact, if I had the excuse and reason to do it again, I'd love to get back into, video production.
Choose wisely.
But it's... I never got past the expensive hobby phase of it, and producing like even a really basic short film is an incredibly time-consuming and expensive hobby. So I guess if I was being pragmatic, I still love drawing cartoons. Yeah, I think I wouldn't mind being able to draw well, like comic book artist level of talent. In fact, been working with John Luther Davis on the Authors and Dragons comic book, and he's really appreciated because he's a tattoo artist by trade. So when he was getting into, he's always wanted to make his own comic book. So working on ours has kind of really developed that skill for him. He's getting better and faster at it and trying more ambitious stuff. Hey buddy,
you just passed an egg.
And it's been great watching him and like seeing the script come to life and what he does with it. It's incredible. And, having that kind of talent would be wonderful. I understand that comic books is like an incredibly competitive market, but still, if you can make your own comic book, that'd be a heck of a pastime.
Still there.
Oh, I found one in the bath, in this outdoor bath here. Someone laid an egg in the bath. Oh, that's unpleasant. I also got a bunch of flowers.
Yeah, I wrapped the quest and I was gonna stop collecting eggs, and then I found out there's dumb shit we can buy with the chocolates. So I was like, yeah, why not? Just have an egg collecting episode. It's a
Well, it
Saturday. It's
is
a holiday. I've collected
Warcraft
13
Easter.
whole chocolates. 1,000 more, and I can buy heroin.
Now, this might be a stupid question, or it might be a very pertinent question. I don't know. But is there a Warcraft Jesus?
In terms of a direct parallel, no. In terms of the ultimate good guy, probably. I mean, that role gets filled in a lot of narratives.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know if this egg festival had some, if there was some kind of Warcraft Jesus equivalent, maybe some kind of super paladin. I don't know. I mean, it would make sense.
So let's see. So you would like to learn comic book. I've been working on digital manipulation stuff. Trying to think if there's anything else I've really messed with. Yeah, art would be good, but again, to be at John Luther Davis's level, that's gonna be a while.
Yeah. I mean, you have to have a heck of a knack to begin with, and then years and years of practice.
Yeah, that is a gentleman who makes some outstanding art. If you folks haven't seen, even if you're not on the Patreon, I believe the comics. Have any of them come to the Facebook page? Have we done any sample stuff? Like,
I think we put a few free sort of views out there. We should probably do a couple more. We've had a lot more pages since then. I've been turned into a rabbit.
what happened?
Purple and blue rabbit. I don't know. I opened an egg. Now I'm a gaily decorated rabbit.
Well, Steve, let's revisit an earlier topic from the episode on your feelings about being able to kill players who look like rabbits.
The hunter has become the hunted. Yeah, I've entirely flip-flopped my opinion on that. Oh, I can jump around.
Oh, this is
jolly.
empathy.
I see. I'm literally in their shoes. Maybe I will learn some kind of biblically appropriate lesson from all of this.
Well played. Wow, Jesus. Well played.
Oh, I got some black tuxedo pants. As soon as I'm not a rabbit, I'm putting those on. I'm going to be the fanciest cow at the fair.
Hell yeah, you will. I love that this gives us no XP. We're just dicking around.
We've got a lot of effort to waste time here.
Yeah. Look, every now and then you just gotta take some time off after a long day of getting mocked by the turtle at the fair.
Yeah, you see, that didn't feel like a relaxing holiday to me. Getting mocked by a turtle and shot out of a cannon.
I did finally figure out how to deal with that friggin' turtle.
Excellent. You killed it in its sleep. You waited till the fair had closed.
How would you
put
beat
it
the
in a
turtle?
sack,
With a bat while he slept?
Put him in a sack and smashed him against a tree.
Oh.
Not that I put a lot of thought into that.
We go back to Steve's house. There's just a video of him drawing up the the beating. So, any fun Easter-themed plans for this year?
No. Stay indoors. Eat chocolate.
Oh man, I wonder if people are like only doing plastic eggs or anything this year. Because I mean, real eggs, depending on where you are in the country, or in what country you are and where you are and what your resources available are, eggs are kind of scarce at the moment, depending on certain areas. So boiling a shitload of them to hide around feels like perhaps not the use of resources that everyone's going to embrace.
Yeah. It's a level of largesse reserved for a different time.
Boy, it's amazing how what we all just kind of like accept as a general celebration sounds like if someone told me they were doing that right now, I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, I wonder if that's gonna stick, that attitude. Like that tomato festival in Italy or wherever it is. Just somebody's going, what the fuck? These are perfectly good tomatoes, you psychos. But I don't know. I imagine we'll all bounce back and start wasting food terribly at the earliest opportunity. At least I hope so.
I've got faith. Boy, this inn is just the egg that keeps on giving. I don't even know what I'm shopping for. I'm just stealing eggs at this point. I'm just hoarding. I've just become obsessed with them.
I've nearly got my quota of chocolate and shell fragments, but I've only found a bunch of flowers and some pants, which is not the way I want to turn up at a prom.
I keep releasing little miniature hordes of rabbits.
Did you not get turned into a rabbit? Is that because you're a druid?
I don't
Are
know.
you immune to being turned into a
Oh,
rabbit?
it's probably because I'm polymorphed into my my travel form because it's faster. So I'm probably immune to being polymorphed? The people who actually know WoW are either nodding along like I'm an insipid idiot or screaming, no, that's not how that works, you dumb fuck. So, either way, I guess I'm sorry.
I mean, it hasn't let me stop being a rabbit yet. I'm still very much a rabbit. This might be permanent.
That would make for a very interesting new series. I would love to see the rabbit fight with the hammer.
The Adventures of Tauren and Hammer Rabbit, I guess.
I mean, it's catchy.
Yeah. I can see it. I could at least one season of an anime, definitely.
I would tune into a cartoon called Hammer Rabbit. I would give that one a shot.
Particularly if he wore parachute pants. Alright, that's ready for turning. I've got all my stuff. Maybe they'll cure me of being an obnoxiously coloured rabbit.
Maybe. But also maybe not. Are the rabbits laying the eggs? Is that the implication with all of them? Is this a Cadbury bunny situation?
Oh dear. I just made this all a lot more disgusting.
Oh, they are laying chocolate eggs, though. Oh, wait, is this more ripping off Cadbury than Easter?
Well, at this point, again, I come from a heathen household. There's no difference to me.
That would be great if you got very, like, what the fuck? No. You don't mess with Cadbury.
How dare you defile the sanctity of this Cadbury holiday?
I mean, I do love a cat. What are your thoughts on a Cadbury cream egg? Because that's a polarizing one in some places.
Oh no, God, they're like a staple food here. It's like as soon as they come on the market, that's it. One for breakfast every day.
Yeah,
I love them.
I have to limit how much I can buy. Like, I will only buy a certain amount during the season. Because I know me.
Now, when I was younger, they used to not only be bigger, it's not just me getting fat, they definitely shrunk.
No, they've proved that one. Like, was like Seth Green had an old one. He went on a talk show and he's like, "No, I have one from the old days." And he pulls it out and he pulls out a new one. It's fucking visibly different.
But they used to come in packs and like proper egg packs of 6, like half a dozen eggs. And these days they do that, and it's like there's 5 of them in there, and it just feels so cheap. Come on, it's Easter. Give me the 6 full-sized diabetes eggs that I asked for.
I'm gonna say,
you cheap bastards.
I actually don't hate that they've shrunk a little as I've aged, because, boy, a whole Cadbury cream egg now hits me a lot different than a Cadbury cream egg when I was a kid.
I think the idea was that we were supposed to grow up and stop eating a ridiculous amount of Cadbury cream eggs, but I didn't.
No.
So maybe they just made them smaller and less of them for my benefit. Maybe this is entirely humanitarian. Maybe they just know that I can't control myself.
The guy who made the first versions just like whispering the Oppenheimer, I have become destroyer of worlds.
What have I done?
What have I unleashed upon this world?
Fresh, delicious hell is this?
I must shrink.
I do like the fact that everybody else is getting in on the egg racket now. Right, I turned that quest in. I'm still very much a rabbit.
This is just how you are now until you die. And even
It's
then,
a depressingly short lifespan.
do you have a little thing up in the upper right-hand corner, like a little status doodad about it?
Yeah, it's I'm a rabbit.
I'm a rabbit.
My name's in purple. There's a little icon of a rabbit. This is me now.
This is me until I die. Alright, well why don't we move on to another Discord Ushin topic. As we sprinkle in more Easter stuff. But I think we've done the art one through. Because we're not very creative people at this point. Or we're that's entirely untrue. We fucking write for a living. But we're not, I guess we could say we invested heavily into one creative medium.
That's true.
Well, two, if podcasting counts.
Podcasting does count, I guess.
I guess it's performance theater, in a way, because it's all live.
And theoretically, I could be putting a lot more time into learning how certain things work about the whole podcasting and streaming world. I guess that's its own art form as well. Like the editors, there'll be certain people listening to that go, finally, the recognition I deserve.
Well earned. Yeah, I'd say, man, now I'm trying to figure out how to classify it, because I do have some theater background. I think it would, a D&D game recorded the way we do it. Now, if you put a certain amount more time and work in, it could be considered a scripted thing. But our version, I'd say, is pretty heavily into the improv side. We have an initial starting premise, i.e. the game, and then we just sort of see what your fucking characters that you've constructed do. And holy shit. Then we just try to hang on.
Yeah, I guess it's sort of I don't know, art forms seems a little bit too ignoring the element of fuckery around it. Right, stay still a minute. I'm going to can fuckery be an art form? Yes, maybe it can.
Are you gonna see if you can ride me as the bunny?
Yes. Oh, look, it cured my rabbitism.
That's the power of friendship, buddy.
You're magic.
I mean, I am. I transformed into a deer before your eyes in a cloud of smoke. That's pretty clear-cut magic.
No, it's definitely magic. Right, I'm going to get you off you now. This is uncomfortable. Oh no, I can't get off you. How do I get off you? Maybe I just polymorphed into a you-me hybrid.
Oh god, are we a centaur now?
I legitimately don't know how to get off of you.
I got this.
Last time I just
Blammo.
jumped. There we go. Alright, there's something else I want to try.
Alright.
Go into your Torum form for a minute. Alright, just going to click on it and see if this works. Right. Kaboom! You're a rabbit.
Cannot cast spells while in rabbit form. Okay.
Oh, are you permanently a rabbit?
No, I'm still a
Oh,
shapeshifter.
there you go. Ah, good. Excellent. Well, I thought there'd be no harm in
Wait,
turning
let's see.
into a rabbit.
Oh, I am a rabbit outside of deer form, though. For an hour.
Right. Okay.
Excellent. I can go
I can do that.
incognito.
I could do that 4 more times.
Oh, is that the branch thing we got?
Yeah.
I didn't even look at that closely.
I mean, if it turns out you can still attack people in rabbit form, then I'm definitely getting some use out of those charges.
Cannot cast spells. Oh, that's it. It just says you can't cast spells. It doesn't say anything about attacking.
Hmm.
I guess, let's see. It's bound to be somewhere fairly close by. We can go run and, see if I can fight something. Follow me, Hasselhoof.
Right, here we go.
Egg. Okay, so we were going to do another discordation topic while we run out
That's
and
right.
see about fighting something. Da-da-da-da. Oh, what is your favorite quarantine meal to cook?
Good question. Toasties. Don't know if you have toasty makers in America, but it's basically a device in which you put in 2 slices of bread, some filling for that sandwich, mostly cheese-based, and just press that sucker together to morph into a red-hot triangle of cheesy lava within a crispy bread
So it's a grilled cheese?
coating. Kind of, but it's like a hermetically sealed grilled cheese.
Interesting. Alright, let's fight
And you
this
put some
plane
ham
strider.
in that bad boy.
I'm gonna... Oh, no, it takes me out of it to fight him.
Oh, I bet he got the fright of his life. Oh, a
I'm gonna
rabbit.
kick
Holy
this
shit,
rabbit's
giant
ass.
cow
Oh,
rabbit.
no!
Oh, apparently we're supposed to kill these.
Are we?
Yeah, it just said 12 out of 250.
What? Holy oh no, that's the just straight up murder quest from the fair.
Yeah.
I forgot about that one.
Oh, I'm trying to attack this thing with a bunch of flowers. I forgot about it. I forgot I had these flowers equipped.
I got you, buddy. Oh, I forgot to put
still
my
does some
I
damage.
accidentally put my dark thing away. I gotta go get that back before we do any real killing. It's a good thing it's just an egg collecting day. I would have missed out on grisly trophies.
I just did beat some kind of eagle to death with a bunch of flowers. That's Easter, right? That's somebody's Easter tradition.
Look, I beat a bird to death with flowers. How is this not part of some religion somewhere? Toasties sound like a good one. I have to kind of quantify this one a little bit. Because it's a question of what's your favorite quarantine meal to cook versus what have you been cooking the most based on available resources.
Yeah.
Because not
Yeah,
everything
that's
is
true.
auto-restocked in my region just yet. So I really like a good chicken parmesan. It's a lot easier than people think, and it's tasty, nice, crowd pleaser. And you don't feel like a piece of shit because it's chicken, even though it's chicken smothered in cheese and shit. You should. It's not healthy by any means, but you just don't feel as bad.
I mean, it's chicken. If you ignore everything else,
It
is
allows,
just
a little
chicken.
self-delusion, which is always nice. But so I love to do a chicken parmesan, but that's a very multi-step situation because you have to have eggs, milk, chicken. You know, if you want a pasta, you have to have pasta sauce, and that's been hard to find weirdly right now. Well, not weirdly, obviously, a lot of people.
That was one of the first things to go where I am on was pasta and associated sauces.
Yeah, they have a limit on how much dry pasta you can buy now.
They're a little slow at that limit. People just bought as much pasta as humanly. There's people out there right now with just kitchen cupboards filled with pasta they're probably never going to eat. But
I don't know.
I understand the instinct.
College students out there too, and they'll find a way to put it down. So yeah, I really like that one, but again, that's a multi-resource dish with some that are in higher demand. So my honest answer has been hamburgers, because it requires some sort of bread, ideally a bun, but you know, you do work with what you got. Some sort of bread, and then ground beef or ground meat, and yeah. So I have really been upping my hamburger game. Because
Hamburgers are good, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean they're, you just want something to put in your face that you can fit in your hands. Doesn't take a lot of preparation.
yeah, I mean
I can dig
it's
it.
a low ingredient, and I can usually find ground something. Hamburger is, some of them have been turkey burgers. Some have been, I've had to do bison burgers. I actually like a bison burger. I wasn't mad about it, but like there have been times when my option was just bison. That was what was there because people hadn't bought everything else or it had just been restocked or whatever.
Hmm.
Um,
Sounds good.
yeah, again, I love a good one, but it's just a matter of you know, getting around. Um, but so anyway, that's my general. Oh, cracked my arm there. Um, so hamburgers. I'm trying to think if I've done anything else. I mean, oh, I guess I've been fucking with French toast a little bit because I had some staler bread.
Mm.
Um, and you don't want to throw out anything, but I just had a little stale bread from before things went south, and so I messed with that a few times.
Yeah, I do like the old eggy bread.
You know what I have been doing real different in cooking lately is I've been buying bricks of cheese and shredding it fresh instead of buying shredded cheese.
Mm.
And it's interesting because I don't know, I watch a lot of cooking shows and shit, and some of them have talked about how in order to make shredded cheese work, because if you'll notice, if you fresh shred cheese, it tends to bind up in a
Mm.
way that your bag cheese won't. And most to all, I don't know, I'm speaking on like secondhand knowledge at this point, but a lot of them use, different chemicals, different preservatives to create that effect, that non-clumpage.
Mm. Makes sense.
And like anything else, when you add, it has the ability to affect flavor. And so I don't know. The things I watch are always like, if you're gonna make a cheese dish, shred your cheese, especially if cheese is
Solid
the
advice.
focus. Like if it's a grilled cheese or a cheeseburger or something. Oh,
Yeah.
I've made a few grilled cheeses on this thing, and I'm gonna tell you, you know what really changed things for me? Season your
Go.
cheese.
Seasoned cheese.
I
I
ground,
guess, yeah.
I shred my cheese fresh. I do a little mix. Right now, I've been rocking a cheddar, a some Jack, and then I like Swiss, so I put a little Swiss in there. But that's just a personal preference. Um, and then I toss it with a little salt, a little pepper, a little cayenne, and a little garlic powder. Sprinkle, toss, just get everything integrated. And man, you want to talk about a flavor difference on a grilled cheese is when the cheese itself is carrying a little bit of extra kick.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I like that philosophy of if the meal has cheese in the title, then make some effort with the cheese.
Yeah, yeah, that's been a big delicious game changer.
Cool. Right now, I'm hiding in that outdoor bath as a rabbit, waiting for someone to come by so I can jump out of them.
There's an outdoor bath?
Well, it looks like some kind of container of water. But now that I'm a rabbit and I go in it, it looks like I'm hidden.
I've decided I want 100 chocolates. I'm going to see what I can buy with that. That is my goal.
It's a good goal.
I'm not going to check the vendor yet. This is going to be a Dave and Buster's Showbiz tickets situation. I'm going to get my tickets, and then I'm going to see what I can cash them out for, and we're all going to be disappointed together.
Yes.
Boy, this really is the Go Into the Fair episode. All right, so here's one for you, Steve. For the kind of staying on the quarantine and cooking theme, what's the first thing that you're going to cook or eat or go to food-wise once things are clear? Like once all resources are available, or once the preferred establishment you want has reopened safely and you feel comfortable going to it?
Well, I first realized that things were serious in this country when McDonald's said they were closing down. And I went to the drive-thru and I picked up what might still be my final Egg McMuffin. So here I'm just hoping for a time when society goes back to normal and I can have another Egg McMuffin.
So your McDonald's is shut down over there.
Yeah, completely shut.
So are you guys doing the so over here the rule is no one can go into places, but they are allowed to do delivery, they are allowed to do takeout, they are allowed to do drive-through because people, still need to eat.
Yeah, no, there's still delivery. There's lots of places that were doing pickup as well, but some of the smaller ones have been kind of shamed out of doing that, which I don't think is particularly fair on them. But the big chains, McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, they just flat out shut. I think it was just kind of easier for them to do. And because in this country we have a furlough system where the government is basically has an arrangement with businesses that they can pay their staff 80% of their wage for the entire furlough period, which obviously they'll pay back in taxes.
Right.
I think that just it makes more business sense for them to just close, and it's probably safer too.
Yeah, understandable.
They're talking about a structured reopening where they go in just for drive-through again, and then maybe just for a kind of limited opening hours scenario. But them just opening as they were across the board, 24-hour, probably not for a while.
I tell you, I had a one of the ones I was gonna say I had a very interesting experience with. So there's this place I liked in Dallas called Roy's, and they did what was called like upscale Hawaiian fusion. So I could go and I could get a steak and poke and like some nice appetizers and like really like it was just super up my alley. I loved it. It was high-end tiki stuff, fucking great. Such a wonderful place. And I looked them up during the thing. I was like, I really want to. They're a local business. I was like, oh man, I'll make the drive out to Roy's to go get some of their food because I love it and I want to support them. And I opened up the website thing and like there was like a news story about them. They were like, Roy's closes. It closed like 2 weeks before the thing. And I was like, oh man, I guess they just couldn't. And then it was like, by the way, this had nothing to do with COVID.
Oh.
They just fucking shut down. God damn.
Can't leave it open another week and, blame it on monstrous circumstances. Give us a hero story, Roy's, at least. Something to believe in.
Okay. So it appears with 101, I miscounted my eggs a little bit, I can get a spring rabbit's foot, which will teach me to summon a companion.
Ooh. Maybe you get this purple rabbit.
I don't know. I think that's the Noble Garden Bunny, and he is 200.
Can I... who are you talking to?
I'm the little vendor guy over here.
Alright, let's see what he's got. Oh, I can buy rabbit ears. How do I figure out how many tokens I've got? Is this chocolates?
It's the chocolates. Alright, I bought a spring rabbit's foot, but I'm going to go find 4 more and get that 5 egg thing. I want to see what that is. We're going to have a whole little celebration.
I've only got like 23 chocolates. I can't get shit.
Yeah, Travel 4 makes this a lot easier because I'm just booking around at a higher speed.
I can get a poorly painted egg.
I'm proud of you.
Well, I don't know why they're advertising it as a poorly painted egg. I think they're just rubbing it in. Here's what you can afford. A poorly painted egg.
Yeah, we call this the piece of shit.
Ooh, if I can buy a magnificently painted egg for only 1,000 gold.
1,000 gold. How magnificently is it painted?
I'm going to be honest with you, Drew. From the icon, it looks exactly the same as the poorly painted egg. It even says, the poorly painted egg says, at a glance, this egg is indistinguishable from any other painted egg.
But you know in your heart.
Yeah, I would always know, because they made sure to tell me it was a poorly painted egg.
All right.
I don't know what the purpose of buying these eggs is. It just says, place a painted egg that can be sold for a moderate amount of gold.
I think I just got a spring rabbit. Is that what it said? There we go.
Nobody wants to do business with me because I'm a rabbit. That's what I think it is. This is just prejudice.
I
rabbit
summoned a regular
mistreatment.
bunny.
Oh,
Neat.
what does it do?
I mean, it's a pet thing. I can fight with it. That's neat.
Alright then.
All right, let's see what this egg does. Place a brightly colored egg that contains noble garden goodies. There.
Can I steal your egg? Oh no, it disappeared.
I think I just spent 5 chocolates to get a chocolate. Well done.
they saw
Well
you
done, you
coming,
sons
man.
of bitches. Alright, but just for fun, we are going to go ahead and dress Dr. Moostery up.
Hooray!
These are...
I've got a bouquet if you want it. Let me offer you my bouquet. I can't wield it in rabbit form anyway.
Look at that. Look at how fancy I am.
It's very fancy.
I think I also have a
Got some
bouquet.
tuxedo pants. Got a spare pair of them if you want.
Oh, that's what I'm wearing,
no,
man.
Okay. Don't need them. Where's my freaking bouquet gone?
Oh, okay, hang on. I need to put this, I need to put the egg basket in my hand.
I might have destroyed that bouquet. Oh, there it is.
Oh, he's not showing my... Oh, well.
Apparently this bouquet is now soul-bound to me.
You know you put that in the will not be traded part. Yeah. Bind's been picked up. It's all good, man. I've got my classy outfit on. Ooh, even prettier.
You do look pretty. You look very I'll level with you. You look like you're about to be sacrificed.
Agreed.
I'm just getting that vibe.
Let's try and take
Maybe
off
don't wear that.
We can take off the robes in general. I feel like they're... Yeah, there we go. Now
Nice.
I'm styling.
What a handsome cow, man. You look like you know, by like the third album of hair metal bands.
Also, he has a little bow tie under all the chin fur.
Nice.
All right, let's hearth back, and I'm gonna sit in my fancy outfit for the day.
Definitely should.
Shall we?
I can still hearse the hunt
yeah.
as a rabbit. Look at that
Moostery.
rabbit wielding that magic power.
Dr. Moostery. Ba-na-da, ba-na-da, bun-da-da-dun-dun.
Wonder if I'm still a rabbit.
Let's find out. Come on, still be a rabbit.
Alright, there
Oh,
we go.
yay! You're still a bunny!
Oh, man. Well, I guess this is my life now.
Oh,
I've
my
got some,
rabbit is sitting on the table staring at the steak.
I've got some formerly held positions that I might want to reconsider.
Ah, what an excellent way to end this episode. Dr. Moostery in his best, with a pair of rabbits flanking him on either side.
It is very Easter.
Yeah, we couldn't really have gotten more on the nose with this one.
I'm probably going to be eaten by an orc.
Almost certainly. But if not, we'll be here next time on the Adventure Brodeo. Bye.
Bye-bye.